Have you ever had one of those mornings where you wake up and just feel heavy? Not physically, but emotionally. Maybe the house feels too quiet, the days feel a little too long, and you wonder where that spark you used to have has gone. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we move through life, especially in our later years, we often face emotional shifts we never quite expected. It's not about weakness, it's about change. And the truth is, the way we handle those changes makes all the difference. Emotional resilience isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything's fine. It's about finding steady ground even when the wind blows hardest. It's that inner strength that helps you face each day with a bit more calm, a bit more hope, and yes, even a bit more joy. And the best part? It's something you can build gently and consistently, with a few small rituals woven into your daily life. So today, we're going to talk about 5 simple, meaningful daily rituals that can help you feel stronger inside, calmer, more balanced, and better equipped to handle the ups and downs that come with this beautiful stage of life. Let's start with something you might not expect: how you greet the day. Not just getting out of bed, but how you do it. Before the news, before the phone, before your feet even hit the floor, take a moment, just 60 seconds, to check in with yourself. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Breathe in slowly and ask yourself, what do I need today? Not what's on your to-do list, not what someone else expects of you, but what you need. Maybe it's peace, maybe it's connection, maybe it's simply a quiet cup of tea by the window. This small act of mindfulness in the morning can anchor you emotionally before the day begins. It's a way of saying, I matter and I'm here for myself. Another powerful ritual, often overlooked, is making space for gratitude. Now, I know, it sounds a bit cliche, but it works. Not the forced kind of gratitude where you feel guilty for being down because others have it worse. I'm talking about genuine appreciation for the small things. The warmth of sunlight through the curtain, the taste of your favorite breakfast, the memory of a loved one's laugh. Try writing down 3 small things each morning or evening that brought you comfort or made you smile. Over time, your brain starts to look for the good on its own, and that can shift your entire emotional landscape. It doesn't erase hardship, but it softens the edges. And speaking of softening, let's talk about movement. Not exercise for weight loss or strength training, although those have their place. I mean gentle, mindful movement that reconnects you to your body and releases emotional tension. Maybe that's a few minutes of stretching with soft music playing. Maybe it's a slow walk around your neighborhood where you actually notice the birds, the breeze, the scent of blooming flowers. When your body moves, your emotions move too. You don't have to go far or fast. You just have to be present. Now that we've explored the importance of starting the day with presence, gratitude, and gentle movement, let's keep going. Because building resilience is a daily rhythm, and there's more we can add to strengthen that inner foundation. One of the most underrated ways to build emotional strength is through connection. Not just socializing for the sake of being around people, but real, meaningful connection. And in your golden years, that connection doesn't have to look the way it used to. It doesn't have to be a big gathering or a busy schedule filled with lunch dates and phone calls. Sometimes it's as simple as sharing a few heartfelt words with someone you trust, or checking in with a neighbor, not out of obligation, but because you want to feel human warmth. Even small acts of connection like smiling at the cashier, sending a message to an old friend, or asking your grandchild about their day, those little things add up. They remind you that you're still a part of the world, that your presence matters, and that emotional resilience doesn't have to be a solo journey. And if you don't have someone close at the moment, that's okay too. Consider joining a local club, taking a community class, or simply talking to someone at the park. Even a 5-minute interaction can uplift your spirit in ways you may not expect. And while connecting with others is vital, there's also a kind of connection that's even more powerful, and that's the one you have with yourself. This brings us to another deeply nourishing ritual, reflective time. That's not the same as just being alone. It's intentional. It could be journaling for 10 minutes before bed, lighting a candle and sitting in quiet thought, or even just stepping outside for a few moments at dusk to let the day settle. When you give yourself this time, without distraction, without noise, you allow your emotions to breathe. You allow space for clarity, for healing, and for understanding what's really going on inside. Think of it like checking the weather of your heart. Is it cloudy? Is there sunshine peeking through? Is there a storm you've been ignoring that needs attention? Giving yourself this regular pause helps prevent those emotions from building up and boiling over. Instead, they pass through you, like a breeze. You feel them, and then you let them go. It's easy to think that building emotional strength means pushing through or being tough. But the real power comes from being gentle with yourself, listening instead of silencing, soothing instead of suppressing. And when you build that kind of inner environment, one of acceptance, patience, and kindness, you naturally become more resilient. The world can shake, but you don't fall. And this is where another quiet but powerful ritual comes in, one that often gets overlooked in its simplicity: ending your day with intention. Just as we talked about greeting the morning with presence, how you close the day matters too. Before turning out the lights, take a few moments to reflect on something that went right today. It might be something small, a peaceful moment, a laugh, a task completed. Then tell yourself something kind, not something fluffy or fake, but something true. Like, I did my best today, or I made it through, and I'm proud of that. That small closing ritual can become a soft landing for your emotions, a way of saying, whatever happened today, I choose to end it with peace. And with that peace settling in, there's one final practice to explore, perhaps the most powerful of them all, one that gently ties all the others together and helps you carry that emotional strength forward with grace. There's something deeply grounding about having a sense of purpose. Not necessarily the kind of purpose you might have had in your younger years, raising a family, building a career, managing a busy household, but a quieter, more personal kind, one that's just for you. This final ritual is about tending to that purpose each day, no matter how big or small it may be. Purpose doesn't have to come with grand gestures. It might be as simple as watering your plants, writing in a journal, reading a chapter of a book that feeds your soul, or making something with your hands, baking, painting, knitting, even tinkering in the garage. It could be volunteering, mentoring someone younger, or just deciding, today I will do one kind thing. When you give yourself a reason to look forward to each day, something that brings you meaning, you give your emotional well-being a powerful anchor. Because when you wake up knowing there's something worth waking up for, your spirit feels stronger. Even if the day brings challenges, you have something steady to come back to. And that sense of steady purpose, it gives your emotions room to rise and fall without knocking you off your feet. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, but I don't feel like I have a purpose anymore, please know this. Purpose isn't something that disappears with age, it just evolves. Sometimes all it takes is giving yourself permission to slow down and listen to what your heart is quietly asking for. What matters to you now? What lights you up, even a little? Follow that spark. As we bring all of these rituals together, starting the day with presence, embracing gratitude, connecting with others and yourself, ending the day with peace, and living with daily purpose, you begin to create a rhythm of emotional care. Like the steady beat of a drum, these small moments form the foundation for emotional resilience. They won't eliminate all sadness or stress. That's not the goal. But they will help you navigate life with more steadiness, more grace, and more hope. You don't need to overhaul your life to feel better. You don't need a perfect routine or a constant smile. You just need a few minutes each day to come back to yourself. Because emotional strength isn't something we're born with. It's something we build, one small choice at a time. So if today feels heavy, that's okay. Start small. Pick one of these rituals and make it yours. Do it gently, without pressure. Over time, those small acts of care become habits, and those habits become strength. Remember, you've already come so far in life. You've weathered storms, celebrated joys, and carried memories that only you can hold. You already have resilience within you. These daily rituals simply help you uncover more of it. If this video spoke to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's one thing you do each day that brings you emotional comfort or strength? Share it in the comments. It might just inspire someone else watching. And if this message helped you in any way, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe for more guidance, comfort, and inspiration made just for you. Here's to living each day with heart, purpose, and the quiet strength that comes from truly knowing yourself. You've earned this peace, and you deserve to feel it every single day.